Subscribe to Film Companion for your film fix. Hit the bell icon so you never miss an update.
Hey Ranveer, welcome to Film Companion. Welcome to my new show, Soul Food, where we talk about fitness. When I thought of fitness and wellness, I really couldn't think beyond one of the biggest YouTubers in the space. BeerBiceps. I had to get your inputs on the issue. First things first, is it possible to have biceps with beer? I want to get that out of the way.
So that's the question I get most often. And my answer is that the ideal way of getting biceps is with a little bit of beer on the side. And by that, I don't mean literally beer. I mean, you should be having fun and enjoying your fitness at the same time.
Nice. And do you also feel that one can stay fit while in lockdown in the four walls of your house?
Yeah, honestly, I think this is the fittest I've ever been. So, yeah, I mean, you just need to control your food. You need to control the fact that you should be doing some amount of movement every day and you'll be fine.
You know, I have this simple funda that the days I do pocha, which is alternate days, I go easy on the workout because boy, that is one hell of a workout.
Yeah, 100%. I completely agree.
So Ranveer, on the show today, you promised me an entire lower body workout in under 15 minutes.
Yes. So your lower body is extremely crucial in the long term for your long-term strength, your long-term health, and of course the way you look. A lot of people chase a good-looking lower body. So that's a great butt, great legs. Men, women, everywhere just want that. That's what we're going to do.
This is what we have to do for that.
So it's basically a squat, but the way you make your squats more intense when you're doing them is that you keep your entire mental focus on your heel and on your buttocks. So say when you're going down for a squat, what a lot of people end up doing is that they get up using the front of their foot. So these are my feet. You're always supposed to push from the back side of your feet and not the front side. So all your mental focus has to be on your heel and on your buttock. So let me see you doing one rep. If I feel you'll be able to do it, okay, then I'll tell you to do the entire set. Perfect. So I think the squat comes pretty naturally to you. A lot of people struggle with that. You'd be surprised at how many people struggle with it. But all you have to focus on is keeping your mind on your heel. That's it. Throughout the movement. So just keep your arms out or behind your head. Stick your butt out a little bit. Yeah, perfect. Go down. Yeah. And the last three come up in a little bit more explosive manner. So come up a little bit faster than you're coming.
The focus on your heel bit is what makes it.
Yeah, 100%. So the issue with squats is that they can definitely harm your knees. A lot of people end up getting knee issues when they actually take their focus off of their heels. So your automatic assumption when you're doing any exercise is that I just want to finish one rep. And in the process, you end up losing that mental focus. And that's why all the load, all the pressure of the movement goes onto your knees and then your knees get wrecked in the long run. Okay, let's do another set. Okay, and just keep your mind on your heel. But when you're going down, go in a controlled manner. When you're coming up, come explosively. Come up explosively. Very good. Just push through your heel. Keep your mental focus on your heel. Very good.
I signed up for this.
14. Okay, one more. Cool. Are you feeling any kind of pressure?
No, it feels, they talk about the adrenaline when you work out. I'm actually beginning to feel that. It's funny that we're shooting smack in the middle of the afternoon, but it's great.
No, I think so. With working out, you've just got to figure what timing works for you the best. Over the years, I figured afternoons work fantastic for me. Like this is around the time I actually gym. I don't know why.
Nice. So what if we work the lower part of our body?
Yeah. This is primarily your quads, which is your leg muscles, and your buttocks. But you also work a little bit of your lower back when you're doing this. So for your overall body strength, whether you're a man or a woman, you have to kind of do the squat. It's very, very crucial. So you gotta take low breaks. Whenever you're working out at home, your break should be longer than a minute or 2 minutes long. Five. Cool. Very nice. We have one last set of squats after this, but this is gonna be jump squats. Okay.
Okay. But I want to ask you, since I'm on my 1 minute break, being a YouTuber and an entrepreneur can be really, really consuming of your time in general. So how are you figuring out self-care?
During the lockdown,
Yeah.
I have always prioritized working out and eating clean right from day one, which was actually not even when the career began. This was in college. I just feel that the earlier you take up a fitness lifestyle, and it's never too late, but the earlier you take it, the easier the rest of your life becomes, because it becomes a part of your lifestyle and it's not just something you do to be sexy or to look, slimmer or more muscular. It should just be a part of your day. So I have to get that 1 hour, in normal days, 1 hour of a gym workout. Lockdown days, again, that 15 minutes, 20 minutes of jhadu pocha and 20 minutes of this kind of stuff. Okay, this is a jumping squat, so it's the same thing. But when you go down from your lowest position, you try shooting up and jump up. If someone's got knee problems, that suggests that they avoid this and they do 1 or 2 more sets of the normal squats. But if you don't, and this is a fantastic end to your squat workout. This is something called a plyometric movement. So in real life, if you do this, you end up running faster. You become fitter overall. This actually helps a lot in your explosivity, which is important. Like in the long term, if you do explosive movements like this, you'll see that your energy levels also kind of spike up in life generally. It's kind of a workout almost for your nervous system as well as your muscular system. So
Can you show me how?
So it's just a basic squat. Okay. But when you're at your lowest position, you jump up. Okay, so go down. Now jump up. Yeah, very nice. Just focus on your heel. 4, 5, 14, 15. That's fine.
Oh.
We're gonna take a 30-second break and you're gonna do one more set of this.
I'm going to keep my questions longer then.
Sure.
I actually found it really interesting that you were one of the main guys that worked with Tanmay over his transformation journey. You got to have known your shit if you were going to achieve results like that. What was the science behind that? Just in case someone's feeling really demotivated to start, I think that's a great case study.
Honestly, again, movement was very basic. It was like kind of the stuff we are doing. Eventually, you start loading the movements up. So, for example, initially we start with free body training, like what you and me are doing right now, and then slowly start throwing in weights, slowly start throwing in dumbbells, barbells, all that. In terms of diet, it was the exact same logic where I didn't tell him anything other than, listen, just quit dessert. And he was okay with it. He doesn't have much of a sweet tooth. So initially you just quit desserts. Once you're very comfortable with like having very less dessert in your life, then you quit like the next thing, which is processed food. So all your chips, noodles, anything that comes out of a packet. You just do these 2 things for your entire life and you'll be fine. If you want to take it one step higher, instead of white rice, you choose brown rice, and instead of anything with maida, so that's your bread, your rumali roti, naans, you go for whole wheat products. So that could be, your regular roti, your ghar ke rotis, or, upma, like anything with rava, anything with suji. So you just replace all your carbs with carbohydrates that are slightly more difficult to digest, so it fills you up longer. And then the next step is, if you can, you take up something like intermittent fasting. That just takes everything to the next level. So intermittent fasting includes going hungry for 16 hours and then eating for 8 hours. And initially, for the first week or so, it's very difficult. And then it becomes very easy. You become so used to it that you can't go back to eating normally. Because in those 16 hours that you aren't eating, your body is like recovering a lot. You're healing from the inside. A lot of the modern foods we eat, be it like cheese, be it a lot of meat, it's highly inflammatory, which means it kind of just makes your bowels, your intestines and your stomachs a little bit more fired up. It makes them really hot. So you need to give your body that time to cool down a bit and then, start eating again. I'm going to push you into doing one more set. Okay. Come on, Sneha, you can do it. Jump. Very nice. Focus on your heel. 2. 12 till 15, 13, 14. Very nice. You have really good form. Squats come to you naturally.
So what are we doing next?
Okay, next. So now we're just gonna do, basically it's called step ups, okay? So
Okay.
you put your arms out like this and you just like lift one knee. No, I don't, it's not the gym step up. It's like you step up in one place. So it's just this. Knee lift, step ups, people call it different names. Yeah, keep going. 2. Faster, 6. Faster, 7. 14, 15. Okay, we're good. 30 seconds.
This was new. I've not done one of these. Nice.
So what I do usually is, so this is an aerobic exercise. It just works your heart. It's kind of like running, but in one place. I usually do, like if I'm doing a resistance training workout and I've had, say, something unhealthy once in a while and I want to work it off.
What is that? What is that cheat day for you?
So back when I used to eat non-veg, it was always like butter chicken or something. Now it's only one thing. I have a huge weakness for chole kulche, which is like, so just I'll order in chole from outside. I love chole and stuffed aloo kulchas, cheese kulchas, paneer kulchas. It's fantastic, but I eat it rarely. Okay, let's do one more set.
Chalo.
So yeah, one more set of step ups. 1. 5. The faster you go, the more benefits. 13. Let's take it till 20. 16. 17. 18. Keep going. 19. 20. Okay, cool.
Wow. How does one recognize when it's too much for you?
So there's something called a burning out point, which is where your body just completely gives up. Ideally, and this rule doesn't apply to teenagers or people in their early 20s. So if you're 21, 22, you can get away with it. But the moment you cross that 22 age mark, you should always stop your exercises once you reach about 90% of that point. So say that point for you is 10 reps, then you should stop at like 9 reps. You should stop when you know, okay, in the next 3 reps, I'm going to burn out. Stop there. You should be able to feel a burn without feeling a burnout. That burn is where your body is building, your body is getting stronger, your muscles are getting work. But the burnout, you can do it in some workouts, but not in every single set because that becomes too intense for your body. That's how gym injuries happen. Yeah.
Nice. So I think the key is to recognize that for your body.
Yeah. We'll take a short break, like 10-15 seconds more, and then we'll do one more set.
You managed to convert the rest of the family? Or is there a separate kitchen for you?
So, okay, here's one huge lockdown hack. I've told my mum specifically not to get home any dessert, any processed food, and most of all, any farsan. So my mum's Gujarati and my dad's Punjabi. So from the dad's side, I get like the...
Lethal combination.
Yeah, so it's all the butter chicken and all on one side, and then it's from my mom's side, it's all the farsan and the sweets and all that. So they're both I've given them strict rules about not getting stuff home, and I've genuinely understood over the years that as long as your kitchen is stocked up with just fresh food, you'll automatically get to your fitness goals faster. It's just about what's in your kitchen. Okay, let's go for one last set of this.
Yes, I almost want to demand for 1 view per rep. Guys, actually doing this workout entirely.
How are your knees feeling? Are you okay?
Yeah, actually.
Okay, cool. Is your heart beating?
Heart is beating very quickly.
Yeah, that's good. Okay, let's go. 25 reps. 1. 8. Let's just take it till 15. 14. Okay, cool. That's the way to go. You understood your own body. That's why you stopped.
Yeah, completely.
That's,
Wow.
a lot of people fear training themselves because of this. They think that I won't be able to know where to stop. I think once you learn the form of exercises, once you know the correct technique, you can totally train yourself, and it's just a mental block you need to get past.
It's also nice to see someone as young as you talk about meditation, because somehow I've grown up associating it with something that my grandmother would try to coax me into doing. So I think that's a welcome change.
Yeah, I think that's a big kind of image we have of meditation. It's something I kind of made fun of back in college also. But once you get into the habit of it and you see what it does for your mind and just the way you see the world, you cannot stop. But you need to really do it every day for 15-20 minutes to see what it does for you. So let's do lunges. This is fantastic again for your glutes. It works your glutes a lot more than it works your legs. So for example, both the squats and lunges work your lower body. It's your legs and your buttock. But let's kind of direct all the pressure much more to your buttock. This is for, again, the aesthetics of that region, plus your lower back strength and all that. Cool?
Nice.
Okay. So you basically, you keep your arms on the side like this. Okay? Yeah. You can face the side. Yeah. Okay? Now keep one leg out. Yeah. Little further. Yeah. Perfect. And now just go as low as you can. Then come back. Okay? To your starting position. Now bring that foot back. Completely. Yeah. So you're going down, then perfect. Now the other leg. Now first leg. Yeah. Perfect. Keep going. You're doing well. So try doing about 12 reps in total. That's 6 reps per leg. How are you feeling?
Balancing.
4. Okay. That's enough. How are your legs feeling?
Good. I'll know tomorrow, right?
Yeah, it will be a little intense tomorrow. That's the other reason why people stop exercising regularly, because they're like,
Burn.
I mean, you look at it that way. There's a lot of people who, may not like the idea of the body being in pain. But honestly, if it is in pain, it shouldn't be terrible pain and it shouldn't be only on one side. But if it's equal pain, that means both your right leg and your left leg are feeling that same kind of soreness. That's good. That means that you've done something correct in your workout.
Can you talk about what people do wrong, like youngsters in their bid to get the perfect body? When do they go overboard? Because I think just as important as fitness is to do it right, because you don't want to end up in a hospital bed in your bid to get a cute butt. It's not worth it. So What do people do wrong?
There's 3 things primarily that a lot of teenagers I see do wrong. One is that they don't learn the form correctly, the actual technique of how to do it. All these movements are extremely technical, and your first introduction to the movement should be very detailed. You should understand what you're doing, why you're doing it. And it's not even that difficult. It's just what I've explained to you about the lunges form. I said that, okay, it works your butt. You keep
focusing on the heel. I think that was a big takeaway for me.
It's just those little basic nuggets of wisdom that you really need to incorporate in your head when you're starting out. So that's the first thing people do wrong. They don't focus enough on form. Second thing they do wrong is that they try going too intense with their workouts. Now the thing is, up till the age of 18, as a lady, you're still growing in terms of height. And as a guy, you grow till you're about 21 years of age. Now, if you do your workouts very, very, very intensely, if you take your body to failure in every set, it's too much of a load for your body to recover. So it just kind of, that's why your height and all that may get affected. They keep talking about how the gym affects how tall you grow. So that only happens if you really push your body to its absolute limits in every workout. You don't want to fatigue your body. You want to give it some space to grow as well, to recover. You don't want to be going to the gym 7 days a week. You don't want to be working out for 2 hours daily. You don't want to be lifting more weight than you can. Again, that brings us back to the first point, that only lift as much weight as you can with correct form. Anyone can lift heavy weight with wrong form, but first learn the technique. Don't push your body to its limits. And unfortunately, the third place people go wrong is, and this isn't the fault of teenagers, a lot of Indian gym trainers promote steroid use, and that's the truth. So steroid use can absolutely wreck your body. But a lot of young teens, they don't kind of acknowledge that fact. They think, that chase for like a very sexy looking body, they'll end up injecting hormones into the system. They'll spend a lot of money on it and absolutely ruin their bodies in the long term. Okay, let's do your last set of the day.
I'm going to do my last set, and I don't know whether I'll come back to say bye to you.
That's okay. That's okay. Come on, you're our personal Virat of the day. Let's go. Okay, lunges. Nine. Keep going. Let's go to 20. 10. Okay, that's it. How are you feeling? Cool.
Try to tell the story.
Amazing. You should also do a little bit of stretching after this. So I'd recommend that you do it right now, actually. Just like, that's like your final straw on the workout. So you basically just take, you'll have to stand, okay? And just kind of lift your foot behind your body, okay? And yeah, exactly. And now stretch out your quad. Just like using your hands, stretch out your quadricep. You should feel the stretch, okay? And now do it with the other leg. Cool?
Cool. It's the workout videos that never focus enough on the stretching.
Yeah. I think that's the issue with a lot of gymmers in our country. Also, people don't focus on flexibility enough. But it's something you should do at the end of your workouts. And this is something that yoga has taught me. Anyway, the other stretch you want to do is you put your feet out in front of you. You just try extending your hands and try touching your toes. You don't have to touch them, but just try. Okay, and try creating a stretch in your hamstring. That's the part of your leg behind your quads. That's all. Perfect. So that was your workout. That was your little longer than 15-minute workout.
Chalo, as we go, recommend a good track. Do you listen to music when you're working out?
I do. I listen to a lot of hip hop. That's my primary music. So I listen to someone called Travis Scott a lot. And Travis Scott has an album called Astro World. So that whole album.
Ranveer, thank you so much. Really, if I can, anyone can. I think this is a great start. 15 minutes is what you take out for yourself. And absolutely, you can see the results. How soon?
Within 2 weeks, actually. Like if you just stay consistent with it.
Nice. And I also want to say that this is the first time I've done a full workout. I could have done a lot of this on edit and looped things, but you need to stand up here and say that I worked out in front of you.
Yeah, for sure. I'm proud of Sneha. She had great form today and she did all the exercises perfectly well.
Since I do it for the validation, I'll at least be honest about it. And I've got it, so I'm glad. Thanks for doing this.
Cool. See you around.
Bye. See you.
Bye. Okay, guys, make sure you subscribe to Film Companion, India's #1 entertainment, film-based YouTube channel.